Hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. We haven't done one of these in a while. We should definitely do that. Okay, yeah, this is the 2-year anniversary stream. Gotta say, my mind is a little blown that it's been 2 years. Yeah, nobody likes to sing. Literally nobody. Hi, I am Ree. Thank you for joining me. 2 years of Urban Nymph Audios, and man, it's been a ride. Let's keep it going. I'm so glad to see you all in the chat. This is lovely. Happy Alive Day. You guys, I'm so excited about this. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tonight we are raising money for the Malala Fund, which brings educational opportunities to women all over the world, especially in key places. If you're not familiar with the Malala Fund, please look them up. They are an amazing organization. Cannot say enough good things about them. I know, 2 years, right? It's kind of crazy. There's a link in the description, Tiltify link for the fundraiser, and as we go on, things will get unlocked, which will be lovely and fun. I will keep half an eye on it. Also, I've got Rural in the chat modding. That will help as well. Feels like it was just a year. What happened? COVID happened. Everybody's clock is fucked because of COVID. Honestly, that's the only answer I have. I started this channel 3 months before COVID became kind of a thing. And then a few months later, it became a very big thing. And yeah, the vast majority of the time I've been doing this has been COVID time. So, happy celebration. Thank you. So, Rural, if you're here, say hi in the chat. It's here. Oh, bad. Muffed, I swear to God. I swear to God. I will come for you. Yeah, so this is where we are tonight. So we're going to do a Q&A. We're going to do some fun stuff as it gets unlocked. I've got things ready to read and say and do and whatnot as we go forward. So let's just hang out for a couple of hours, raise some money for a really good organization, and see where that takes us. I'm sure Rural's here somewhere. It certainly helped with COVID. Hold on one second. Let me scroll back and we will get started. Let's just go ahead and jump into the Q&A stuff. If there's stuff you guys want to know, please go ahead and ask. I know I haven't done one of these in a while. I only do these on YouTube like 2 or 3 times a year. So every time we do them, we've got a bunch of new people, a bunch of new faces, and a lot of questions. And I'm happy to answer most of them. So let's roll through it. And I hope you like the chill vibes as well. I'm kind of digging it tonight. This will be a nice quiet stream. Okay. When I wrote the Vampire Roommate series, did I expect it to last this long? No. No, I did not. The thing about the Vampire Roommate series was, it was in the first month of the channel, I was still sort of finding my voice, finding my footing, and it really just started as I wanted to do a friends to lovers with roommates because, you know, it sounded like a fun audio to do. But in typical me fashion, I didn't want to do it just straight. I wanted to add an element of something interesting, so I added the vampire factor, and I wanted to play it as straight as possible. I wanted it to be just sort of she just happens to be a vampire in this world where people can just happen to be vampires, and she hates her job and she hates her life half the time, and she hates wearing shoes and she hates mushrooms, and, you know, a normal, ordinary person who just happens to be a vampire. And I thought that'd be a fun little twist on it. and did not expect the reception that it got, did not expect it to explode. And it did, and so then I made, the next one and then the next one, and I realized it was turning into a series, and I had some other series going, and my rule of thumb is usually to cap series around 4 or 5 episodes, because I don't ever want it to be hard to start listening to something. Like, I don't want new people on the channel to come and go, oh, this is like episode 40 of something. I don't want to do that, because I won't know what's going on. So I keep them short and, put them all in playlists. But Vampire Roommate, it just sort of took on a life of its own, and I toyed with ending it in episode 4 when, spoiler alert, I left it at a cliffhanger. And I thought people were going to show up at my door with pitchforks and torches. Like, the thought of killing off Best Girl did not sit well with most people, so yeah, I decided not to go that route, and the rest is history. So that's the Vampire Roommate story. And as far as the actual plot goes, I had the arc planned out through a certain point, which we have now passed. So now I'm writing the new arcs, and that is fun as well. I'm having a really good time with it, actually. All right, let's check the donations. Oh, we're up to $305, guys. Oh my gosh. The goal tonight is 1,000. We've got a couple of stretch goals as well, which if you watch the slides, you'll see. But wow, 305. Okay, so we've unlocked the first 2 things on the list. That's pretty amazing. Let's see. What's my favorite denomination of US currency? I like the $2 bill. I actually have a sheet of $2 bills that I bought at the Mint that's uncut, like in a frame. I just think it's really cool looking. Why is F for A so popular? Because it's universal, I mean, if you limit your audios by gender, then you're limiting your audience, and for what I do, most of what I do it doesn't matter what the gender of the listener is. I'm not making audios, I'm not writing scripts that are targeting particular people or particular listeners, it's just anybody who needs to hear this, and most of the time that has absolutely nothing to do with how people identify. So yeah, I mean, that way it's very universal. Favorite ASMR roleplay so far? Do you mean mine or other people's? Am I single? Yes. Yes, I am. Let's see. The best emoji? Honestly, I like my emojis. I have a wide assortment of interesting emojis on the Discord and also on my Twitch. If you don't know, I do stream on Twitch 2 to 3 times a week, usually in the evenings, my time. I'm in the UK, so like right now it's 10 after 7. Yeah, 10 after 7. So I play games, I chat with the chat. I am not much like I am on YouTube when I'm on Twitch. I'm a lot snarkier, a lot saltier, a little competitive, sometimes kind of goofy. But I'll just ramble and tell stories and chit chat with people. So if you don't already follow me on Twitch, definitely do that, because it's a fun time. A couple of times a week, we basically just do this. We just sit and chit chat while I play Minecraft and stuff. What doesn't the Vampire Roommate hate aside from B-plot? I mean, Vampire Roommate likes lots of things. She's just kind of crabby. She's basically me. I will admit that out of all my characters, the Vampire Roommate is basically me. I wrote her as myself because I related hard to pretty much everything about her except for the whole blood addiction thing. And then when it took off, I was like, well, I guess I'll keep going with this. And so, yeah, the best glimpse into my personality is her. Although, I mean, to be fair, I don't do a lot of comfort stuff with her, obviously, because it's not really part of the story. But, I do like being a comforting, caring person as well. It's just that's not a 24/7 thing. Nobody can be sensitive and caring and thoughtful and comforting every frickin' minute. That's just not possible. So, will we get episode 40 of the Vampire Roommate? Probably. Let's see. What have I thought about doing? I've done several collabs, actually. I did some collabs with, I did one with Ruthie. I did a bunch with Vixie. I did one with Pinecat. I think a couple with Pinecat. I did one with Aussie Ben, a series that's coming out. It's already on his Patreon, but it's coming out on Halloween-ish. It's like a 3-part series. That one's kind of spoopy. But yeah, I do a lot of collabs. And then on my channel, I do collabs with Lupus Arkham, who's got an amazing voice, and I need him to talk more. And I've also got another collab coming out this Monday. So yeah, I'm just now, I mean, I've been doing collabs for a long time with other people's channels. I just have started doing them for myself because they're a lot of work, you know, writing the scripts, because I write all my own scripts. So I have to write, you know, the multiple parts and then do all the editing and stuff myself, but it's worth it. I'm enjoying it. Let's see. Out of all the audios you've done, which one did you enjoy the most in the scripting and voicing process? Ooh. Oh, that's a tough question. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I've been enjoying the collabs a lot, the ones that I've been writing, because I get to be a little funnier with those. I try to give really good lines to the people that I'm working with, so I can write. I feel like I can write for other people like even better than myself, if that makes sense. And I try to make it fun. I try to make it playful. I try to make it interesting, and I am perfectly happy leaving the best parts to other people. So those are fun. As far as the voicing, ooh. It's so hard to pick, you know? I mean, like, I loved the Kudere alien, but I hated doing that voice because it was difficult. It was very monotone and very enunciated. It was very, you know, Data meets 7 of 9 kind of thing. But I loved how it turned out. I loved that story. I loved the arc. You know, I loved everything about that. So for that one, like, the outcome was worth it, but the actual process was kind of a pain in my ass. So, the world building you did for Vampire Roommate is honestly incredible. Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I've got a real thing for, and obviously if you listen to any of my audios, you know this, taking fantasy characters and just plopping them into the regular world, the mundane world, and making that part of life. Like, it's like a reverse isekai, except they're not being sucked out of a different world. They just kind of belong here. You know, vampires and angels and mermaids and house dragons and shapeshifters and all that. They just sort of exist in this world. And in my mind, that means they have to live, you know, like, they have to have jobs, they have to have homes, they have to have, you know, everyday stuff, they have to have hobbies. Like, a vampire's not going to spend 24/7 sucking blood. They got stuff to do. So I just love the thought of everybody just sort of accepting that this is the world we live in and this is how things go. And then you can touch on things like discrimination and, you know, cultism and things like that gently, lightly, but all in that frame. You know, the framework is the key for that. So let's see. I'm scrolling. Hold on. Am I a gamer? It depends on how you define it. I mean, I play a lot of, I stream. Lately, I play a lot of Stardew. I mean, I played a shit ton of Stardew last year. Like, a lot of Stardew. Chore Simulator. I play Minecraft, mostly modded right now. I play Teamfight Tactics. I play League of Legends, but only ARAMs, really, because I just don't have it in me to deal with the stress of Summoner's Rift. What else? I play Rocket League a little bit. Like, a few times a year, I'll bust out the Rocket League and then remember why I don't play it very much. And I'll play indie games like Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion and Untitled Goose Game and things like that. Like, I love digging up indie games and just exploring those. Sometimes they're frustrating as hell, but I'll try most things, silly things. I just recently got into Apex Legends. I love it. I'm terrible at it, but I played it on stream once, and it was an adventure. What else? I'm trying to think what else I played lately. What else do I play, you guys? Lately, not that much. I try to make like polls and stuff to see what people want me to play on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter and you want to have a voice in what I do most of the time, then that's a good place to follow me. But yeah, I'll put up polls and be like, what do you guys want to see me play? And Minecraft wins a lot. and Stardew wins a lot. And yeah, so yeah, that's I mean, I'm not a hardcore gamer. I don't play horror games. I don't play, you know, I'm not somebody that logs 1,000 hours on Destiny. I'm not going to do that. I don't have the time, but you know, I play casually, and I like streaming because I'm never going to be good at these things. These are not things I'm going to be excellent at, but I can have fun and chit chat with the chat and, you know, enjoy myself. Have I been able to overcome writer's block? Oh, that's the thing about writer's block. When you put yourself on deadlines and you know, respect yourself enough to keep them, writer's block just isn't an option. And I have brute forced more scripts than I care to admit. I will sit down and be like, look, I don't have a choice. I don't feel it. I don't have any ideas, but I have to do this. Occasionally I'll go pick a friend's brain. I'll DM somebody and be like, hey, is there anything bothering you right now that I could turn into a script for my own devices? Because I need a myth alignment this weekend. But, you know, other than that, like, it's just brute forcing it. And sometimes I just need a sentence from somebody being like, oh yeah, I'm feeling blah, blah, blah. That would make a good script. And I'll be like, cool, that's all I need. And I'll take off and go write it. The prompt is the key, but sometimes I just can't come up with a prompt. So, and that's, I mean, a lot of the collabs that I've done on my channel, like, those come from conversations of just sort of shooting the shit, brainstorming, playing out different scenarios, and then going, hey, this could make a pretty cool character. So if you haven't checked out the collabs, you absolutely should. They're pretty awesome. I'm really proud of the writing in them, and I'm really proud of how they turn out, like the final results, the soundscaping and stuff I'm very happy with. So, but yeah, writer's block, you just don't give yourself the luxury of having it, and it sucks. Like, there's so many days I'm just like, I don't feel it. I mean, I have to write this. I have to get at least 10 pages written today, because I average about 15,000 words a month on scripts, give or take. It depends, but around 15,000. And that's a lot of words. So yeah, I have to get something written. I got to do it. And I just have to do it, and I'll push through. And sometimes I'll think, oh my God, this is hot garbage. People are going to hate this. They're going to see through it and they're going to hate it. But it doesn't usually work out that way. It usually turns out pretty well. So can't complain too much. Favorite re-emoji so far? I don't have a favorite me emoji yet. I'm thinking of getting some more done though. UK, yes, I'm in the UK right now. I'm here to live. This is where I live now. What made me get into writing scripts? Okay, so I'm a writer by trade. I majored in journalism in college, journalism and psychology. So writing has kind of always been my thing. When I was the kid that wrote, you know, really long short stories and stuff like that. My favorite thing when I was a kid was my typewriter. Like, I wanted an actual typewriter. I was that pain in the ass child. So yeah, I had a typewriter. But I liked the feel of it. So yeah, writing was always a part of me. And when I got into listening to audios and role plays and things like that, I would listen to them and go, you know, I think I could write something like this. And so that's how I started. I started writing scripts for other VAs and submitting them, and they liked them. And then I started thinking, I wonder if I could write some for myself, because as fun as it was to write for them, I thought, you know, maybe I could take a stab at this. So really it just came down to I'm having a good time writing, and scripts are a different format, but once you kind of get in the groove of it, like mine is literally just a line per, like a sentence per line. And then I script the pauses in between. That's it. It's not like an official, like Hollywood looking script. It's just for my purposes, what works best for me as I'm recording. So, Saving the Superhero Part 2 is actually, it's actually on my Patreon right now. That was one, I do one patron only Safe for Work audio every month. And that one stays with the patrons for months, usually 4 or 5 months, and then it will go public after that. So that was the patron only audio, I think was it August, guys? I think it was August. So it'll be a few months before that one goes public. But yeah, that's for $5 net patrons, they get that once a month. Let's see, scrolly. Hold on. Everything keeps like hopping on here. Okay. The inspiration with the kitsune, the first kitsune audio was actually an Olympian script. So my top tier patrons are the Olympian tier, and there's 5 of them. I cap it at 5 because at that level they get, once a month we do a half an hour Discord call where they come to me with script ideas, and then I take one of their ideas and turn it into a script for that month. And we do that at the start of every month, which is why I cap it, because I only do so many scripts a month. I can't, have them all be Olympians. So that was like last October, I guess. One of the Olympians had the idea of doing like a party where everybody's a monster. And so I was thinking about a fun way to do that, and I decided on the kitsune because I thought this is a fairly harmless fantasy creature that would probably move pretty smoothly through the community of fantasy creatures and not make too many waves, but would still be strange enough that, would make for a good story. So that happened, and then I decided to go ahead and keep moving forward with it because I liked the idea. I liked that these two kind of clicked, but under very strange circumstances, and then I just sort of started world building again because that's what I do, and now we're knee deep in journals and monster hunters and jackets and everything else that's going on. Oh, and grandma now, that's a fun twist. So yeah, that's where the kitsune came from, but originally it was an Olympian suggestion. When do I plan on ending Vampire Roommate? I have no plans to end Vampire Roommate. It's gonna go until people are tired of it, I guess. Have I ever had a writing block where I just scrap an idea for the role plays? Not if I've gotten it to a full-fledged idea, usually. I've got a lot of ideas kind of floating around in my head, but usually by the time I've kind of settled on a character and stuff, I haven't really had to scrap anything. You might notice that most of my scripts, especially the ones that are multi-part series, I don't like hard stops. I will leave a lot of soft endings, even if it's like the end of a chapter or something. I try not to kill people off. I try not to, blow up the world because I want the opportunity to come back and pick it up later if I feel like it. Like, I only want to do it if I feel like it because I don't want to, some of these stories I feel like have been told. Like, I've told them the best I can, and I'm not going to force it. Like, I'm not going to come back. Like, Saving the Superhero is a perfect example of that. That didn't have a sequel for a very long time because I didn't feel it. I was just sort of like, nothing I could write would make this any stronger. Like, as of right now, the story I have told is the strongest it can be, unless one day I get an idea. And then one day I did get an idea, and I was like, yeah, okay, now I can tell the next part. But it has to be like that. Like, I don't want to force it for a story that's got parts and characters that people are enjoying and identifying with, and the world building especially. Like, if I want to put that much work into the world building, I better like where I'm going with it. So, but yeah, so some stories I kind of have to wait to tell, and some stories, but mostly I like to just kind of keep them a little bit soft, just in case. You never know. You might come back, you might not, but like the mermaid, I may not ever come back to. I kind of like how I left that one, but again, never say never. She's there in case I need her. So, did you just skip my cutscene line was the best thing ever? Yeah, that was my favorite thing. And that was Lupus's idea too. And I cannot thank him enough for being so much smarter and funnier than me. Because damn, like, most of the funny stuff that comes out of those collabs is him. So, how many retakes do I do when I'm recording these? None, generally. I do them in one take. I write the scripts to be as easy for myself as possible to do. Everything is scripted. And I just sit down and do it in one take. If there's a sound outside or if I have to cough or something, then I might have to redo a line, but mostly it's just a straight through. So, and then I can carry over and start doing the editing. But I don't have bloopers, I don't have things like that because I really never have. I just don't. I'm really good at enunciating, I guess. Like, I was the kid in second grade that was forced to stand at the front of the room and read everybody's names in the class when there was like an event or something because I was the only one trusted to do it. So, yeah. Have I thought about doing God or Goddess roleplay? I have. Well, Demigoddess. The Helen series is the Demigoddess roleplay. And then the petty was kind of, depends on what you think about the lore, more of an angel thing, I suppose. But and then there was also the Norse goddess, that one, which was more of a, can you figure out which goddess this is? Because I don't make it super clear, but you can figure it out. It's not that hard. So I've done a few of those. I've got more than 350 audios, so chances are I've touched on something that you like. If you live for hundreds of years, you're gonna need hobbies. Yeah, I mean, I don't really think she lives hundreds of years. She's got a few decades on the listener, but not centuries. But yeah, you gotta have stuff to do with yourself. Will you see the clingy fairy again? Probably not. That I just didn't really vibe with. I was okay with it, but I wasn't liking it. I might do a different fairy at some point. I like the idea of fairies. I've actually got a short story recently that I wrote that has fairies in it that I'm pretty happy with, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I plan on doing Apex with Halo again. Yeah, of course. I mean, I hope so. I hope he's on board to do Apex again. I need to be carried hard. I play League of Legends. My condolences. Thank you in this trying time. Let's check on the donations. Oh my god, you guys, we're at $777. Wow. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. This is awesome. Damn. I'm excited. This is a big excite. I should probably start doing those things soon. Let's see. Have I ever played RPG games? Not really. No. Let's see. Sorry, the chat just keeps popping on me. I need to go back up. 15,000. Well, I don't do them on a typewriter now. My typewriter when I was a kid. I do a laptop now. You have a series you want me to do a part in? You can email me if you go to the About page of my YouTube channel. There's an email address for business inquiries, or you can DM me if you're on the Discord already. Email is probably the best way. And as far as collabs go, my rules are basically 2. If I have the time and I like the script, then I'll do it. That's really all it comes down to. If I'm too busy, I can't. If I don't like the script, I can't. And there's been a few scripts that I rejected because I just didn't super love the part, or something about it just didn't really feel right. But yeah, I'm always game to check one out and see what you would like. I've got another project actually going on. It's kind of on a hiatus right now, but it's not my project. I'm just doing a voice in it. And I'm kind of waiting to see where that goes, but it shouldn't be too much of a time suck, hopefully. Did you learn how to edit prior to doing role plays? No, I'd never used, I mean, I'd done like some very small video edit type stuff for projects and whatnot, but like as far as Audacity and things like that, that was all learning as I went. Let's see what else you guys have for me. Were there any audios that I really liked that didn't do as well as I hoped? Honestly, the collabs. I feel like people don't, like, I don't know if it's the thumbnails or what it is, but they see collab and they kind of go, oh, I don't want that. Like, I don't know why necessarily, but the collabs don't ever do as well as I want them to. I want them to. I think that people that actually listen to them turn out to love them. I mean, I've even got merch based on the grumpy shopkeeper because it's so funny to me. But yeah, I wish the collabs got more love because I think they're worth it. And then trying to think if there's some other ones that usually the ones I think are going to do well don't, and the ones that I think are end up exploding. So I'm a terrible judge. It's like marketing. I'm an absolutely terrible judge of what's going to sell. Like, you have to experiment. Marketing is testing. Test and see what works. And if it works, even if you hate it, even if it's like, oh my god, that's the ugliest thing ever, if it works, you do it. Have I ever done meta scripts, fourth wall breaking? The closest thing to fourth wall break was the caught doing audio, which didn't actually happen in real life, but was sort of how I imagined it would happen if like your SO were to walk in on you while you're doing this job and they didn't know you did this kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, the story is true that I tell in it about how I got into it, but the frame is fiction. IEO is always late. Tsundere NPC. I would like to bring back the Tsundere NPC. That's one of the collab series. If Lupus has time to do it, and if people want it, I will absolutely do it. That's a fun one to me. I enjoy the march into the mountains to our certain death. That's gonna be fun. I don't have clips of my dog interrupting recording. No, my dog does not interrupt my recording. My dog is not currently with me because she is a banned breed in the UK. But when I was back in Florida, she did not interrupt. I would go into a different room to do my recordings. So, a follow-up on the alien abduction series. Yeah, people have asked for that, and again, that's one of those that I don't feel like I have a story to tell there yet. Like, I love how I left that series. I love the whole way that played out. I'm not going to say it because I know there's people that haven't heard it, but I thought that tied up so nicely, and I love the potential there. I love like thinking about what could happen to them or where they could go. And I like right now leaving that in the hands of the listener. You know, what do you think they're doing? Where do you think they went off to? Do you think that the consciousness became more prevalent? You know, what do you think happened? And for now, that's good enough. You know, I feel like anything I do to that story right now would weaken it. And that's what it comes down to. If my touching the story is going to weaken it, I don't want to do that. I will leave it at a strong ending and have that be the legacy of that story until something changes and I have a brilliant idea or something. Happy 2 years, happy 2 years. Ah! If I did an ASMR in any video game series, ooh. I mean, Minecraft, probably. I play a lot of Minecraft, or Stardew. Those are both very chill. They'd make a very chill ASMR. Just breaking things and building things and all that good stuff. Caught doing audios is one of your favorites. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. All right, you know what? Let me take a quick break. Oh my gosh, we're at 927. Guys, we've almost hit the goal. Thank you so much. Guys, I'm so excited. So let me explain actually how this works with the donations. Let's take a sec. Let's take a beat here because it's going to take me a second. So a couple of things. One, as we hit the tiers, it unlocks things for you guys, which I'm about to do a few of. But the other thing is the prizes. So everybody that donates, even if it's just $1, is entered to win a prize. And the prizes are on this slide that's cycling through. But basically, you're entered to win like a mug from my merch shop. You're entered to win a 10-minute Discord call with me. We can just kind of sit and chit-chat for 10 minutes. You're entered to win some game time with me, like a 2-hour game. And I haven't decided if that's going to be like 1 person, 2 person, whatever. I've got these custom handmade postcards. They're not handmade postcards. I design them. I don't print them, but I will handwrite one of those and send it to you wherever you are in the world. Yeah, stuff like that. So just by donating anything at all, you're entered to win those. And if you don't want a prize, that's cool too. Totally. If you win something and you're like, I don't want that, that's fine. I can pick somebody else. But like, I want to make sure that anybody who gives anything at all is rewarded for that generosity because it's such an important organization and I'm so grateful for the work they do. And I would love to be able to help them in that. So now, as far as the goal tiers go, we should probably start doing a few of those. Let me pause Spotify for a second. I'm gonna bring the room down a moment. We're gonna do the reading. Since it's Spoopy Month, we're gonna do the reading of Annabelle Lee by Edgar Allan Poe. That's the poem that I'm going to read today. So, if you're unfamiliar with Annabelle Lee, it's probably my favorite Poe poem. I know The Raven gets a lot of love, but I like this one. And I think it's appropriate for October, so let me go ahead and do that, and we will start knocking out these tiers that you guys have been so generous and we've just sort of blasted through. Okay, Annabelle Lee. It was many and many a year ago, in a kingdom by the sea, that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of Annabel Lee. And this maiden she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. I was a child and she was a child in this kingdom by the sea. But we loved with a love that was more than love, I and my Annabel Lee, with a love that the winged seraphs of heaven coveted her and me. And this was the reason that long ago in this kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of a cloud, chilling my beautiful Annabel Lee, so that her high-born kinsman came and bore her away from me, to shut her up in a sepulchre in this kingdom by the sea. The angels, not half so happy in heaven, went envying her and me. Yes, that was the reason, as all men know in this kingdom by the sea, that the wind came out of the cloud by night, chilling and killing my Annabel Lee. But our love, it was stronger by far than the love of those who were older than we, of many far wiser than we, and neither the angels in heaven above, nor the demons down under the sea, can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabel Lee. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabel Lee, and the stars never rise but I feel the bright eyes of the beautiful Annabel Lee. And so all the night tide I lie down by the side of my darling, my life and my bride, in her sepulchre there by the sea, in her tomb by the sounding sea. There we go. Okay, so that's Annabel Lee. I hope you enjoyed that. Creepy. Love it. And then, oh, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Let's go. Super chats, I put it on the slide and also in the description, but super chats do not go to the charity because I don't want to touch any of the money that goes to the charity. I don't want to have that go through my hands at all. So please use the Tiltify link to donate to the charity. Super chats are obviously welcome and awesome, and I appreciate them, but I just wanted to make sure that was understood. And I know people are coming and going through the stream, so I may have to repeat myself a few times, but let's see. Let me answer a few more questions. Hold on, let me put the music back on because that's depressing. Okay. I'll answer a few more questions and then I'll do the embarrassing story, I guess, because that's where we're at now. Oh, we've broken 1,000. You guys, we broke 1,000. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, we got stuff to do now. Yay. All right. First things first. I gotta not get too scattered here. Compared to a lot of other VAs, you have a frequent upload schedule. How do I deal with burnout? Again, I just deal with it. This is a terrible... Don't model yourself after me. I'm a workaholic, and I go in spurts. Some days I'm super productive, some days I'm super unmotivated, but I still have... I mean, even the days that I say I really don't do anything, I'm still doing things. I just don't really count those things because they feel different. But... yeah, burnout's just, I don't know. I try to find things. I try to take breaks. I try to go for walks. I try to do the little things that are supposed to help you. I try to get enough sleep. I try to eat. I'm bad at all of those things, especially the sleep and the getting out of my chair and stuff like that. But for me, I just kind of accept that some days are just going to suck. Some days I'm going to feel like crap. I'm going to be tired. I'm going to be crabby. I'm going to be unmotivated. I'm going to probably cry about something. And I just sort of roll with it. I might lean on my friends a little bit. I might go, I have a handful. I've got my inner circle that I bug the shit out of. I feel like I'll ping them and be like, I'm having a bad day, help. And, we'll talk it out. And I hope I do the same for them. I hope it's not entirely one-sided, but yeah. So, but anyway, use the resources you have, I guess. If you have to do the work and burnout's a thing, take breaks when you can, get some sunlight if you can, lean on your friends if you can. Like, it's okay. That's what they're there for. Like, if you don't mind being there for your friends, then you should understand they don't mind being there for you. It's a hard thing, though. It's really hard to ask for help. It's hard to lean on people. It feels like you're being a burden, and I absolutely get that. I have just a horrific complex about being a burden. I don't want to annoy the shit out of people. I worry that I do. But, you know, if you're a good friend to them, let them be a good friend to you. They want to. So, on one of the vampire audios needed Mae Questel's voice. Yeah, my Aunt Bethany voice. Mae Questel did the voice of, she played Aunt Bethany in the Christmas Vacation movie. She was also the voice of Betty Boop back in the day. And I love her voice. I love it, love it. You know what? Let's do a little bit of it now.
Is your house on fire, Clock? Don't throw me down, Clock.
I love her. God, I love her. I mean, she's dead now, of course, but I think that may have been her last movie. Let's see. How am I liking the UK so far? I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. It's been surprisingly sunny, all things considered, although today was rainy and cold. This playlist slaps. I know, right? Chill vibes for our hangout. Super chats go directly to the streamer, yes. Poe is decent, but I like Lovecraft more. That's fair. You're welcome to like whoever you like. Where'd I get sweetness from? It's a term of endearment that I've used in the past. It's not one that I used a lot, but when I was trying to think of something that I could use in the audios that would be familiar to me, but not something that I had done to death, that was kind of what I came up with. And I like it. I think it fits. And I actually use it more now, now that I've been doing the audios. Like, I use it in my life when I have been in a relationship. I was using it. I even use it with some of my friends. You know, it's such a pleasant little term of endearment. I like it. It feels kind, it feels sweet. Just wanted to say you love my work. I hope I get to keep this up. I hope I do too. Would this be uploaded on YouTube? Yeah, the live stream should be available for playback later. You love the sound of my voice? Thank you. You have 4-hour drives you just listen to? Yeah, absolutely. How's my day? My day's been okay. I got a few things done. I'm moving into a different flat tomorrow, so been packing and things like that, but I've been pretty productive. Let's see. I'm gonna come back with an Arsenal shirt for you. No. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Musical Boy. Oh, I'm so glad I inspired you. That's super sweet. I get that a lot. I get a lot of people saying that I inspire them, and I'm not sure why. Is it because I'm relatable? Am I relatable? Am I relatable to you guys? God, it's starting to feel like a Twitch stream where I get really goofy and dumb. Okay, what part of the UK am I in? I'm in the none your business part. No. Honestly, I'm not going to say what part of the UK I'm in. That would be telling. It's not that large a country. When did I move to the UK? About a month ago. How long is the stream going for? Probably a few hours. At least a couple. I mean, how far into it are we? 45 minutes in? Yeah. We got some times. Oh, guys. $1,077. This is amazing. You know what I would love? I would love if we beat what we made last time. Because last time we did a charity stream, we did it for Doctors Without Borders, and it was last March. And we made like $1,870. And the goal was $500. I was completely blown away. And I would love to beat that. I know it's, you know, kind of a long shot, but I would love to beat that because it would just feel like we've, you know, done even better, I guess. Although I guess I could donate too. I mean, that's no reason I can't. You like sweetness, you might borrow it. You're welcome to call anybody you like sweetness. Call them whatever you like. On the Twitch streams, I have a redeem for calling people a goober, because that's the other thing I use in the audio sometimes. And goober is another one that I feel like is a fun, like obviously it's not as sweet as sweetness, but it's playful, it's cute. You can use it on anybody. It's not insulting, it's fun. So there's a goober redeem on the Twitch streams, and people will save up their channel points so that I will call them a goober live on the stream. And I try to come up with creative ways to do it. It's usually pretty fun. A lot of you in the chat are also in that chat, so. How do I make kissing sounds? I make out with my hand. For real. Like the side, take your thumb. You know how when you make a little like face with the side of your hand where you put your thumb across your finger and you like move it up and down like it's a little face and you can put like eyes on it and people make jokes about that. Yeah. Do that, only then make out with the mouth that you have just made. Swear to God. It works. And then think about like actual, like when you actually kiss somebody, you don't make loud, smacky like noises that squeak. I mean, maybe you do, I don't know. But in my experience, you don't make very loud, squeaky, shrill, kissy noises when you actually make out with somebody. It's very low key. But the other thing to make it a really good kiss, the breathing. A sharp intake of breath near the start of the kissing. Not right away, but like 1 or 2 smacks in. Give it a second, and then let the air out in a very, very slight moan. Because this is how normal people make out. Or maybe it's just me. This is how I make out, therefore you get to hear it. But yeah, that's my best advice for kissing in audios. And Jay. I know, Nunya's lovely this time of year. I think you live somewhere west of Nunya. Redeem's calling me Goober. Not tonight, Ayo. I do have a chill stream tomorrow night. My streams are always Sundays and Thursdays. Again, evening my time, so like afternoon US time. And sometimes I stream on Saturdays as well. I'm thinking of maybe adding a Tuesday stream. Kind of toying with it. Could be fun. But yeah, save your channel points. We love the Goober redeems. When you getting the R redeems on Twitch, you're not. I told you guys you can't get... Okay, so again, if you're not familiar with my Twitch, occasionally they will talk me into doing the Ada. In fact, I'll probably do it right now here in a second so you guys can experience that. But the problem is when I do that voice and I do the Ada, and I know you guys love it, if I did it for channel points, you people would stockpile those and just string them together. You would chain the Ada-Adas, and that's all I would do. I'd be sitting there with my face against the mic saying Ada for like 30 minutes. I'm not gonna do that. So no. The Goober redeem is a good night. Yeah, Zombie uses the Goober to say good night. And I always love that. When did I move to the UK? A month ago. Hi, Ada here. All right. All right, let me do the Ada. Let me do it. You know what? I'll pause Spotify. I'll do the Ada so you guys can get off my back about it. Where's this? Okay. Ada. Not my best work, but take it or leave it. Music. Okay. Where were we? Remember being there for the beginning of the Vampire Roommate series. Yeah. Good times. I could have it on cooldown. I know I could, Jamaican, but like, I don't wanna. I want the Ada-Adas to be something special. I don't want you to be purchasing them. Don't purchase them. You know, they're special between us. They mean something. Don't you want them to mean something? Isn't that worth it, Jamaican? It's worth it, right? I can't keep going. Oh, I don't have a script in front of me. Okay. One Ada per week. Okay, well, I mean, all right. I usually do 1 per stream, let's face it. I mean, on Twitch, I usually do at least 1 per stream. That's a recording of Lupus saying it. He did it once, didn't he? Was it? No, it was the Goober. One of the times we were streaming together, somebody redeemed a Goober and Lupus did it. And who was that? Which of you guys did that? They got the Lupus Goober, and it was like the super specialist thing because you guys were so excited about it. But you're right, if I could get him to do an Ada, then maybe that could be, I could just press the button every time you guys redeem it. There's your Ada. Have it in Australian wolf boy voice. The more Ada, the better. Yeah, exactly. It would have to be like on a time. Just you guys would just be nonstop slamming the button. Like, is it my turn? Is it my turn to redeem? Can I redeem it yet? No. All right. So let me go back to the tiers because oh my God, guys, we're up to $1,177. That's amazing. You guys are amazing. I love it. I love it so much. We've got stuff to do now. Let's do the stuff. So the embarrassing story. So I'm going to try and tell a harmless-ish embarrassing story from my youth that will hopefully not haunt me. Okay, so when I was 12 or 13, I was in a swimming pool, like at a hotel with a lot of people. And my cousin was there. We were doing like a family thing. And she was my age and she was a raging pain in my ass. Like we were friends, but in the pool she was just, she was splashing me. She was just being awful. And I was trying to keep away from her, but I couldn't. And I still wanted to swim and have fun and stuff. And she was not leaving me alone. She thought it was hilarious. So after I had about enough of that, I thought it was time to get her back. So I went under the water and I swam up behind her and I grabbed her feet by the ankles and I pulled and yanked her feet right out from under her, dragged her into the water. Stood up, started laughing, and then realized the person I just pulled under was not my cousin. She was like 10 feet away staring at me with absolute horror because I had just dunked some random woman who had done nothing but stand there. But it was a crowded pool and, you know, with your eyes open underwater, you can't always see who's who. And I had grabbed the wrong feet. So, yeah, I was in trouble. I was very apologetic. I felt awful. This poor woman came up and I was like, I thought you were someone else. That's all I could say. I thought you were someone else. And then my cousin started laughing because she's a horrible person. But I didn't know how to apologize. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And fortunately, the woman was like, okay, it's fine. I get it. Like, you thought I was her. I understand. But oh my God, I thought I was going to die. I just wanted to sort of melt into the pool and dissolve and never exist again. Yeah. So, the moral of that story is always make sure that you're grabbing the correct ankles when you're going for your revenge. Please learn from my absolutely horrific mistake. Please. Yeah, that poor woman, she's never gonna get in a pool again. Or if she is, she's gonna watch for obnoxious middle schoolers. Okay, so that's the embarrassing story. Unexpected extra deep goober. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you had a rural goober redeem once. That's right. Rural did it too. My favorite flavor of ice cream. That kind of depends on the day. I really like salted caramel ice cream. And I'll put like bananas and whipped cream on it and sort of make like a banoffee pie sundae kind of thing. It's so good. That's probably my favorite right now. Sometimes I'm in the mood for like a fruity sherbet or something. Those are good too. And I like chocolate, but not like in super, like Ben & Jerry's chocolate fudge brownie is too much chocolate. Like that's excessive chocolate. Cookie dough is pretty good in the right doses. Cookies and cream is very good. Like that's a good amount of chocolate balanced. But yeah, right now the salted caramel for sure. Okay, you guys all reacted to that story. Fun. Yeah, it was absolutely a sink through the floor scenario. Okay, mod. You can feel secondhand embarrassment. It's fine. It's legit. Yeah, salted caramel is really good. Okay, next on the list is the 10 minutes of the pepper voice. All right, so this is also, if you play League of Legends, this is also the voice of Annie from League of Legends. It's not an easy voice for me to do, let alone maintain, so it's probably not going to be outstanding, but I'm going to do my best. Let me take a drink first. Diet Coke for life. That is legit. Again, my audios are basically myself. Like, it's easier for me to tell a story if it's just me. Oh, Diet Coke. Yep, that's fair. Thank you for quoting me, for keeping my quote for posterity. Yes, redeem your hydrates now, folks. I'm drinking. Nom, 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 nom. Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna do this voice for 10 minutes. Start the clock. If you guys want to ask any more questions, now's your chance. This is not gonna get remotely old. Prayers go out to your face. Thank you. My face appreciates you. I'm not wrecking my voice. It's fine. It's totally fine. My voice recovers. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do any sort of recreational drugs, so my voice is okay most of the time. This is what you get. I'll keep going. What are my opinions on the French? Well, let's see. I don't feel like I know enough to form an educated opinion, but I would very much like to visit France and experience French culture, and therefore I could form an opinion based on my personal experiences. Otherwise, like, it feels probably like a misinformed opinion, maybe one that's half-baked, and who wants that? Nobody wants that. 10 minutes of this because you guys are super generous. What inspired me to move to the UK? A lot of things. I had friends here. I wanted to leave Florida. It was time. And kind of the US in general, like I was kind of done with it. And then Rural was coming here, so I was like, hey, I'm gonna come here too. So I did that. I like it so far. What else? What class did I play in Final Fantasy? A conjurer? I was a conjurer. I was working on the botany stuff, and I was like a level 42. I was aiming for a white mage, but I didn't get there because I stopped. Legit doesn't sound like me. Aww. That's not nice. What's 6 times 3? 18! It's 18! How fast can y'all build Lego? It depends on the Lego. You're talking about like little fire truck or Millennium Falcon? I need to say something vaguely creepy. Okay. The voices are coming from inside your house. Good night. There you go. That's vaguely creepy. Sort of a nutcracker. There you go. I know where you live. Oh. Thank you for the super chat. Alright, I guess I'll do it. Ada ada. Oh, this is the worst idea I've ever had in the entire world. Why would I do this? No vices. I didn't say no vices. I'm addicted to Diet Coke. I like candy, sugar. My sleep schedule is fucked. Like hard. So vices? Yeah, I got a few. I also really like anime. Is that bad? Do the soccer fans scare me here? No, I shared a train with some last weekend and they were perfectly nice fellows. Me and Royal Spectre's names based off each other. Yes. Yes, they are. So I came up with my name first. And Royal is a member of my family. And he came on board as a mod for me. And he needed his own identity. So he thought it'd be funny to sort of play off my name. So he did that. And now he's stuck with it. Yay! Lego Dom's Dodge Charger. There's a Lego Dom's Dodge Charger? Can you only build it with family? Is that a requirement? People call me Ree because Ree is my name. When I was in kindergarten, my best friend took my actual name and butchered it and made it into Ree. So she's called me that most of my life, and so when I started this channel, I thought that was a pretty good name to use. So I did. It's Ree, R-E-E. You smell like burning. Are you guys having fun? I really hope so. Left or right what? I'm left-handed, but I'm in my right mind. Is that a thing? Who's doing this? There we go. Yay. I'm getting alerts from all over the place. Is there anything else you want me to say? Now is your chance. You've got 5 minutes left. 5 of this voice. Clock's ticking, so use it. In the beginning, there was a Doomslayer? I mean, it did. I don't know that one, so I'd have to learn it. Why are you judging my right mind? You don't even know. All left-handed people are in the right minds. It controls the left side of the body. I'm left-handed, I have green eyes, I'm a super taster, and I have a problem with voices. Beaten by a little girl. Yeah. Some Annie quotes? I mean, Annie's quotes are okay. Like, have you seen my bare tibbers? 1, 2, 3, burn! I never play with matches. Cobra Kai never dies! I love that show. I love Cobra Kai. It's so good. You're walking towards me? Billy Denton is so handsome and clever that it honestly makes me a little uncomfortable. What does it say about you that you asked for that? The first few lines of the Raven. Okay. Well, I got it. Alright. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this and nothing more." Are you happy? Okay. One shall stand, one shall fall. Rip and tear. In his ravenous hatred, he found no peace, and with boiling blood, he scoured the umbral plains, seeking vengeance against the dark lords who had wronged him. He wore the crown of the Night Sentinels, and those that tasted the bite of his sword named him the Doomslayer. Roses are red, quiet as a mouse. Your door is unlocked and I'm inside your house. What are you people doing? Jamaican, I swear to God. I swear to God, Jamaican. That's right, Iceman, I am dangerous. Yeah, my voice is fine. It's not my voice that hurts, it's my face. I like those pictures of Spider-Man. I'm good, I'm fine. You got a minute and a half left. Do it. Last chance. It's time to kick names and take ass. That's weird. you for the super chat. It's adorable. Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for that booty. Billy, you already got a good one. This isn't a battle, it's a motherfucking war! Muff, you are a goober. You're a big goober. Alright, clock's out on my end, but I'm gonna give it a minute because the chat's delayed. Thank you for the super chat. Oh my god, I can't believe you people like this. It's weird. Alright, this is your goober. You're a goober. And this is your sweetness. Hi, sweetness. There, you got the big 3.
And scene. I'm stopping now. That was an experience. Okay. If y'all liked that, maybe I could do it again in a little bit. Oh, we're up to $1,222. You know, maybe I should do like an interim. Like if we hit 1,500 or something, I'll do that voice again for a while. Face massage, I know, right? Like, Throat's fine. It's not the throat that hurts. The voice is fine. It's my face. I have to hold my cheeks a certain way to do that voice. So over time, it just sort of, the muscles in my face get tired. Jamaican, I know you'll clip it. Jamaican is my clip goober. Always.
You shut up, Brett.
Yeah, I know. It's one of the few voices I do that sounds nothing at all like my actual voice. It's not soothing, and that's one of the reasons I don't really do. I mean, the Pepper audios obviously were extremely dark for me. Like, I don't do yandere in general. You guys know that. That was about as yandere as I'll get. That and the cell phone. But on top of that, that voice was just a whip, and it's not soothing. People that are listening to something to be soothed, that voice ain't gonna do it. So, yeah. I could do the ada again. I'll do more adas if that's what you guys want. Like, we're here to raise money for a really good cause. What you guys want super matters. Like, I want to make sure everybody is getting the full experience here and that we're doing the best we can for this organization. So, buff facial muscles. I know, right? Like, I already have super high cheekbones, so like, they're doing so much of the work. I'm burning your memory in a good way. I'm glad, I guess. People are going to watch this later and be like, what the hell was happening? It's soothingly dark. There's really nothing soothing about it. I mean, it's just a jarring voice. It's a super jarring voice. Like, it's not... It's cute, it's weird, it's goofy. Jamaican. Appreciate you, Jamaican. Alright, so the next thing on the tier list is unlocking an audio. And so I have, when this stream is over, I'll go unlock. I made a special audio just for if we hit this goal. The patrons have not seen it, nobody's seen it. I take that back. I think I had Aqua do a beta listen for me. But other than that, nobody's seen it. It's part 2 of The Mysterious Bartender. I decided to bring her back because the original, the part 1 of Mysterious Bartender was sort of a love letter to the community. And so I thought I would do that again. And this time it's less about who all's in the bar and more about giving some positive life advice to the listener, as bartenders are wont to do. So that will be unlocked once we are done here. Once I wrap stream, I'll go unlock that. So that'll be an extra bonus fun audio for you guys to access and have and enjoy. Also, I like the soundscaping in this one. I kind of dig it. I'm not gonna kill my throat, I promise. It doesn't hurt my throat at all to do that voice. Doesn't hurt my throat to do any voice. It's the face. It's suspicious that I'm good at the voice. Why? Everybody's got things they're good at. You haven't seen The Mysterious Bartender yet? That one was like a year and a half ago. It was January of 2020. And the channel was just, basically getting started. We only had a few thousand subscribers, and I was just super grateful and wanted to share my appreciation, so I thought it was time to bring back The Bartender. And the funny thing was, so I started the channel September 30th of 2019, so a couple months after that was Christmas, and at the time it was a small community. We were, pretty small group, especially among the patrons. I wasn't streaming on Twitch yet, so the only people on the Discord were the patrons. And there were only a few dozen. And so it was a close-knit little group, and we would hang out and chat all the time. And for some reason, we decided that Christmas, and you know who I blame, you guys know who's at fault for this. We watched the Star Wars, well, that year we didn't watch it. One of the patrons who hadn't seen it watched the Star Wars holiday special, but sort of like live shared his experience through comments and pictures on the Discord. And we were all sort of like, dude, you're spiraling into madness. And he was like, this is amazing. So then last year, we decided to all watch it as a group together. And it became, so this is a thing now on the Discord, is we watch the Star Wars holiday special at Christmas because we are masochists and we hate ourselves. If you haven't seen it, please don't, it's terrible. But at the very end of the Star Wars holiday special, there's a scene in the cantina with a bartender played by B. Arthur. And I love her. I love B. Arthur anyway, but that character entertained the crap out of me. Like, that was the only part of the Star Wars holiday special that I didn't want to pull my own eyes out for. And then she sings a song, which is just so, like, the whole thing is just so surreal, but I love it. So that sort of inspired the bartender thing. It was like kind of being this like snarky, I own this bar and all the weirdest people come in here, but I'm here for it. And it's a great place. It's a great welcoming, safe place. So that's where the original bartender audio came from, idea-wise, because it was January that I did that, which was right after Christmas. And then decided that was a good one to bring back for this because, guys, it's been 2 years. That's crazy. So yeah. I'm also good at singing. I am not. How dare you? I imagine all of you guys right now trying to do that voice at home. Are you? Are you all practicing this voice? Are you trying to do the Annie voice? The Annie Pepper voice? I hope you are. I hope you're trying to produce it yourself. Okay. Are we watching it this year? Of course we're watching it this year. I mean, at this point, it's just tradition, I mean, you get your silly traditions going. Last year, we also watched, like, The Muppet Christmas Carol and Die Hard and a few other things. But, I don't know. There's something about watching something terrible as a family that you kind of do it. You roll with it. It's fine. My Pepper voice is immaculate. I'm not good at saying stop it, you guys. Plus, we're not going to reach that, hopefully. 1,300, guys, we're at 1,300. Ah, I love you guys. So good. Yes, we're watching it again this year, 100%. You can produce the Pepper voice. See? See? Just gotta pull your face in funny shapes. Oh. How much longer will the stream be? Probably at least 45 more minutes, because we got some work to do now. We're gonna workshop a script, yo. This is how this is gonna go down. There's a process here that I conceived and executed like a few hours ago. So, here's how we're gonna do it. Basically, we're gonna come up with some ideas for characters, some ideas for settings, and some ideas for a general plot. Like friends to lovers or something like that, comfort, whatever, that sort of thing, like a style thing. We're gonna narrow it down to like 4 of each. I'm gonna set up Twitter polls. And then you guys can go vote. And everybody else can vote too on the character, the setting, and the plot. Plot's not even really the word, style. And then I will write an audio based on that. Doesn't have to be spoopy. I know it's October, but it doesn't have to be. I've got plenty of spoopy stuff in store this month. holy shit, do I have a lot in store this month. Even though we're not doing Talktober this year, it's going to be a lot. So that's how this is going to go down. So the first thing we're just going to come up with is character, and it could be mine or the listeners. It's usually easier if it's mine. I do occasionally like the listener to be like the character, like the wolfing out one where the listener's the werewolf. I like that because I've gotten so many requests for werewolf audios, and I don't feel comfortable playing a werewolf. It doesn't really vibe with me. But I thought if I made the listener the werewolf, it would be a way to do that and still give people what they wanted without having to make howling noises, I suppose. So that was fun. But most of the time it's easier if I'm the one playing the character. Lumpy attacks you in your sleep. No, thank you. God. Am I drinking something other than Diet Coke? No, it's just Diet Coke in a bottle. Bottle of Diet Coke. I bought at the M&S store. The Simply Foods. Because they don't have cans of Coke there. Okay, so let's start with character. If you guys have ideas for a character, a fantasy race, or a job like a zookeeper, or anything like that. Does not have to be spoopy. I just said that. It could be anything. I've got plenty of spoopy stuff this month. So whatever you guys are feeling. And if you don't want to do this, that's cool too. Honestly, I thought this would be something you guys might want to do, but totally fine if you don't. I'm here for whatever. This is your guys' time. Lamia. We've already done the Lamia. Does that mean you want to bring back the Lamia? Same Lamia or different Lamia? A cyborg bodyguard. Fantasy courier. Mad scientist robot monster. Symbiote. The Demon Queen is a part-time job. The Devil is a part-timer. Dragon guarding her horde. Greaser. And if you guys like each other's ideas, please tell me too. I just really like Lamias. Fair enough. I mean, Lamias are popular. That's one of my more popular audios. Okay. Start making some notes. Mad scientist. I've done a few mad scientists. They don't end well for the mad scientist usually. And don't worry about coming up with reasons why the listener doesn't talk, because honestly, it's better for me if the listener does. Like, obviously, the listener's not talking. I'm reacting to things that are implied. But from a dialogue perspective, it's always easier for me to write if there is implied dialogue on the other side. Like, one of the harder ones was the coma audio, because the listener is not speaking at all. So it's literally just me talking at an unconscious person. And that's hard. You don't get any dynamic with that. You don't get any back and forth with that. So it's a lot easier to have implied dialogue. Okay. Guys, hold up, let me check. Patron exclusives. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, Spider Queen Part 2 was the patron audio for September. That's right. Now I remember. Refreshing my own memory. Let's see. So people are liking a musical boy. Thank you again for the super chat. You're gonna do Talktober with last year's prompts. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's a vibe. Good luck with it. It's a lot. It's tackling. But it's fun. I hope you enjoy it. And there was another VA that made their own list of prompts that Cardlin retweeted, so that's an option too. I just decided not to do it this year since it didn't seem to be as big a thing. And I've got so many of my own things that I'm going to try and do. Nymph was a florist. That's cute. Brittany May is here. May. Grumpy Pirate. Am I the Grumpy Pirate? You want the Kitsune back? If you suggest a character that I already do, just let me know if you mean the same character, if you want like a different of that kind of character. Wizard's Apprentice, that's interesting. Dryad Gamer, Orc Woman. I've gotten a few requests for orcs. Dragon Symbiote, you guys kind of like those. Symbiote Dragon. Wizard's Talking Owl. Vod, you like to try and make me play animal characters a lot. Monster Under Your Bed is a geek. That's kind of cute. Or Monster Under Your Bed is like aggressively trying to comfort you like all the time. Like showing up with blankets and warm beverages and theirs and being like, you want to cuddle? No, I don't want to cuddle, leave me alone. But this is what I do. And just like the monster in the bed just starts doing like a comfort audio. Like, well, if you want to let me cuddle you, I'm just going to tell you about it. Let's see. Anything at Walmart. You guys are all into the Walmart thing. Girl who writes fantasy discussing the pros and cons. That's kind of meta. I like that. Another one for the orc. Mage who insists on being a swordswoman. Wow. Post-apocalyptic Pepper. Yes, everything has been destroyed except Pepper's still there kicking around. That's hilarious. Famous girl flirts with whoever. I do have friends to lovers with a... it's implied that she's like a famous actress. And I think it's the PA that she ends up... I think the listener's playing PA. But yeah, that one's kind of cute. I like that one. Talking Goose. Eldritch Horror. Sentient Plant Florist. I'd be the symbiote. Yeah, that would be the way to do it. Jar Jar. Okay. All right. Space Wizard. Were you here for the conversation about the Star Wars Holiday Special? Were you here for that? Because we had that conversation. And yeah. We'll talk later. Continued storylines. Yeah, there's a few that I need to pick up the threads of and run with. For a while there, I was trying to do, I had like 4 or 5 series going, like last spring, summerish. And I was trying to make sure each series got an update every month. And boy, was that a whip, because it really kind of put me in a corner. Like every month, so many of my audios were spoken for by these ongoing series. And it didn't really let me be creative in other ways. So that's why I ended up wrapping a lot of those and not being as aggressive in my maintenance of the ongoing series, because it's just a lot. Like I love the ongoing series, but if I tie myself down like that, then I really can't do a whole lot else. Comfort audio. Used to leave for long periods of time for work. That's nice. That's very sweet. I like that. Talking Goose. How would I even play that? And that's the other thing too, is you guys make suggestions, my brain goes directly to, okay, what would the sound effects be like? What would the voice be like? You know, things like that. So the logistics are the first place I go. Monster Under the Bed. Closet Furry? No. That's a hard no. Yeah, the Kitsune Girlfriend, yeah. I mean, I just did that one a couple of weeks ago. The update with the grandma. So that will continue. That one's going to keep going. Chasing a Flower Nymph. I can't harvest your nightmares if you won't go to sleep. Lamia masseuse massaging a Walmart employee. You guys are cracking me up. Holy hell. The Wolf Girl Barber is good. The problem is I don't have any of my barber stuff here. I didn't bring it with me. So it would have to be out of the barber shop again. Unfortunately. I mean, the fantasy creatures in modern times, that's pretty much my whole brand. So, yeah. Yeah, you missed it, Space Wizard. You featured very largely in that story as guy who watched and sort of live tweeted the experience and went slowly insane. Narrator egging on disgruntled chosen one. Minecraft RP and y'all kill bats together. That's all we do. We just go kill bats. Oh, I know you don't mean the goose is a shapeshifter. I know you mean a talking goose. What on... Okay, we'll get to that. Hold on. Gonna put all my eggs in the orc mommy Tom basket. Ah, I love it. Best friend is secretly a KGB agent. Yeah, again, some of these kind of remind me of stuff I've done, like the best friend is... Or not really best friend, but friend is a superhero. Secret superhero, and it turns out to be like a friends to lovers thing. Okay, so I've got some ideas. I will pick like 4 of these, the ones that you guys seem to be most excited about. I think you guys really liked Symbiote, Dragon, Orc, and the Monster Under the Bed. I think those got the most support in the chat, so I think we'll go with those 4. So I'll make a poll for those. Now we need the setting. Obviously, Walmart's on the list. How the hell am I gonna soundscape that? Okay. What do you mean insane? Nothing. Nothing. Space Wizard's been with me since nearly the start, and it's been a hell of a ride. Like, been a patron, been on the Discord, been it's been fun. Okay, best friend is secretly completely ordinary person. I mean, that's like every comfort audio ever, which is fine. We're both completely ordinary. All right, so settings. Walmart's on the list. What else would you guys like for settings? Do you like the outside stuff where you can kind of hear like birds and breeze and things like that? Do you like inside stuff like in bars or restaurants? Do you like quiet where it's like in someone's house? Like inside someone's apartment? In a car or another vehicle of some type? We just had the car AI. She was fun. Bipedal sacks of meat. Friends to lovers, soldiers returning home from deployment. Yeah, that could be a cool one. I could put that on the friends to lovers list possibly. I don't have a lot of experience with that, and that's something that I try to make sure that, I mean, obviously with the fantasy stuff, it's not an experiential thing, but for the comfort audios and friends to lovers and stuff, I generally like to have a little bit, like a passing understanding of the industry or the culture or whatever it is I'm writing about, so I'd have to do a little bit of research, but let me make a note. Okay, cool. VA needs help workshopping dialogue for our friends to lovers audio. Honestly. I see you, Space Wizard. A library? Libraries are cool. Symbiote in a bar. Bars are always fun. You get that fun background noise. I hope you guys like the soundscaping on this bartender one I just did because I found some cool jazz flute. If you get that reference, I appreciate you. And also some nice chatter. So it's gonna be nice. Dark forest. So you guys like the idea of movement? You like settings like in vehicles, cars, airplanes, things like that? Or bars? Bars seem to be doing pretty well. Drive-in movie theater, so that would be like in a car, but it's parked, so it's probably pretty quiet. Maybe some very vague background sound. Picking a setting without knowing the character is not as hard as you think because I put my characters everywhere. Like if you guys wanted an orc and it was a cab driver, that's a thing. I can do that. You guys know I put my fantasy characters in mundane situations. They live among us. So I can do just about, and that's the point of this exercise, is I can do just about anything. And it may be absurd, but I can do it. Black hole chat. The one, yeah, if we go with the monster under the bed, that'll be in someone's bedroom, of course. But we could still play with it a little bit. There could be other sounds. It could be like an open window if you guys like that outside sound at night, like with the crickets and stuff. That's doable. Let's see. Just all across your back. Symbiote makes you do self-care. See, I like what you guys are doing though. You seem to be kind of vibing with me right now in this whole like succubus enters the stock market. Yeah, exactly. Like, take your favorite fantasy character, take your current D&D character, whatever, put them in the modern times, act like everything is normal about that. It's not an isekai or reverse isekai. It's totally legit. It's fine. It's normal. This is how people live. Hell, they can keep their same majors and minors, like whatever. Just let them exist in this world and be a part of it. Train rides. Self-care. I'm kind of loving the self-care thing, I'm not gonna lie. That goes under plot though. So for plots, we're gonna do forced self-care, comfort audio, and that again could be any of them. An orc could do that, a dragon could do that. The monster under the bed could absolutely do that. Walmart was a joke and people ran with it. Yeah. I think people are just having a good time fucking with me right now, which is fine. Lamia commits tax fraud. That's what turnips do. Elves and orcs LARPing as humans. See, that would be funny. Succubus at the stock market would probably cause a global financial disaster. I mean, I feel like most of the people there would be far more in love with money than anything else. It'd be hard for her to break through, so to speak. High alpine, so you want like that sort of whistly mountain noise, like in the last Tsundere NPC, where they're walking through the mountains and it's kind of cold and windy out. Goblin Queen is diagnosed with acid reflux. You guys, this is so much fun. I can't even with you. Oh, we're up to 1,330. Guys, if we do another 170, I'll go back to the voice. I'll do the Annie voice for a little bit longer. For a collab, like multiple orcs. Yeah, that could be fun. And in going forward, if you guys have ideas for collabs, you're always welcome to submit ideas anyway. Anytime. Like, you can tweet at me or email me or whatever if you've got ideas, or comment in existing videos. I see the comments most of the time. If you have cool ideas, please share them. Some I consider, some I don't. Again, a lot of it comes down to just how am I going to execute this? How am I going to do the soundscaping? How am I going to do a script? Like, some people have super great ideas that would make really good stories, like short stories or even novels, but do not translate well to a one-sided dialogue audio format. You know, they need more. They need more world building that's visual or tactile or something more to it than just me talking and throwing some sound effects in there. So, but now that I'm doing more collabs, if you guys have ideas for that too, that's always great. I can bully my friends into talking into a microphone for me. That's totally fine. Mommy asks you for toilet paper. Wow. Succubuses aren't already at the stock market. Yodeling on the mountains. Support group for NPCs who get their cutscenes skipped. You know, if you ask him, he'll have you know he's not an NPC, he's a vendor. It's a very important detail. God, that just came up today, actually, in a conversation. Harpy picketing to free the captive birds. And see, as soon as I think of that, I start thinking, how would I stretch that? Like, if you're walking into a pet store or something and somebody's outside picketing for whatever reason, and you stop to chat with them about what they're doing, how long is that conversation going to last? 30 seconds? Maybe? Before you want to get the hell away from them? So I need to find a way to make that last. Like my brain goes directly to, how do I execute this? Like, it's a cool concept, but will it make a 10-minute audio? How? How do I make it? Monster under the bed, but it's at a hotel and you're on vacation? Spider girlfriend puts together IKEA furniture. I mean, I do have the Spider Queen, but that's more of a medieval setting. I've kind of already established that. That'd be fun though. And again, yeah, Spider Queen, the second part of the Spider Queen story is on Patreon right now. And it's going in interesting directions. I'm kind of enjoying that. I know vendors are NPCs, but this is something that that's a hill he's going to die on, so. Turnip Krill walks you through your taxes. I know, right? He's well, I mean, he's been through a lot. I mean, what happened to his leg and his son, you know, it's really important. Girl sent back from the future needs help understanding present-day dental care. I just did the time traveler too, which is raising all kinds of fun conversations in the chat or the comments, which was the point. I'm enjoying that too. All right, so settings and plots. Walmart's a setting. You guys kind of like a vehicle setting, possibly a cab or a plane or a train. You guys like mountaintops. Mountaintop. And I could put a bedroom on there too, because most of these would probably work pretty well with the bedroom. All right, so Tinker's Workshop, that is everything. I've done a couple salespeople ones, the one with the pen, the soul-sucking pen. And that one was actually workshopped during an Oriad chat, I think. Way back when. Anyway, okay, so we've got a few settings to choose from. I'm gonna put like maybe a general outside. Twitter's pretty stingy with its characters on polls, but we'll see what we can do. So, as far as like the story, we've got self-care, forced self-care. That's a good one. Did you want friends to lovers to be a choice for any of these? People tend to like the friends to lovers ones. Spider Queen poorly describes classic horror movies. I like that. I did an audio the very first month that was like, I decided to play a character like the dumbass girl in cheesy horror movies who does literally everything wrong. Like, she's home alone, none of her doors are locked, she's got her music on so she can't hear anything, she's breaking in some brand new like 6-inch heels so she's not gonna be able to run anywhere. She's ignoring all the warning signs that somebody might be trying to break into her house. Like, I thought it'd be hilarious to just hit every checkbox on this dumbass, and then it just goes until there's a hard stop where you pretty much expect that she just got killed because she's that dumb. I love that one. Try to cram as many as I could in there. So yeah, obviously taking a trip would be a good one. And we can do these in sort of broad terms, like having a conversation, having a discussion, having an argument about something, and then we could define what that means. So like, you know, an orc cab driver, you'd be having a conversation with that person probably. It wouldn't really probably be a friends to lovers, but like a debate or a conversation, that kind of thing would be the point. That would be the direction, the style of the story. Explaining is a big one, obviously. Explaining stuff, like explaining horror movies badly. Orc friends to lovers. All right, friends to lovers is a choice. That's why I have a whole playlist just of those. Crab on the beach is upset. Arthur loves it. Arthur's an emote on the Discord too. He's beloved. He's used as the embodiment of self-care. If anybody comes into the Discord and says they're not taking care of themselves, we spam them with Arthur emotes. A debate? Yeah. Talking you into paying for new blinker fluid. My blinker fluid is full up. I'm just kidding, I don't even have a car anymore. Orc is completely satisfied being orc driver. There's gotta be a little bit of conflict, otherwise there's no plot. We gotta have a discussion, we gotta have something going on. Some sort of action. Orc cab driver meet cute with old flame on the way to the airport. Ooh, that could be super awkward. Cop doesn't believe horror movie final girl but the demon in the woods. Honestly, again, with every horror movie, that's always fun. Sion! Bring in the Arthur emote. Yeah, the only thing better than Arthur telling you to take care of yourself is Arthur holding a knife and telling you to take care of yourself. Door-to-door salesman. That could be fun for any of these door-to-door salesmen. Like symbiote who uses the host's body to sell Amway products. Or what's the current MLM? Cutco. Symbiote sells Cutco using the host's body. God. Like, no, can I talk to the host? Nope, host is busy. Yeah, sleeping. The host is sleeping. I'm here now, and we're gonna talk about knives. Hey, did you see how sharp these are? Orc driver talks with Holly special for an hour and a half. You know what? Oh, I gotta find that, don't I? I gotta find that. Where is that? I know you have it somewhere too. We gotta find that screenshot. Sim taking over the world through pyramid schemes. The return of Arthur the Crab. Playing D&D with an orc woman, but I play as the orc. I mean, there was a comic once, wasn't it? A bunch of dragons sitting around a table playing a game where they were ordinary people, like going to the grocery store and shit. Wasn't that a comic? I swear to God I saw that comic once. And it was that whole, that concept of like, they want to play the game of being ordinary. Ceci takes you to work for a day. It's bring your unkillable listener to work day. Non-canon. Aww. I like Ceci. It was fun to bring her back. It's been a while. Accountants and actuaries, that's what it was, yeah. Instead of Dungeons and Dragons, it's accountants and actuaries. Yeah, I remember that. Did you guys like the last Ceci audio, the collab with the devil? I loved how that one turned out. That's probably my favorite collab so far. Mostly for Lupus's voice. That accent was so spot on. But yeah, and I love Ceci. Everybody loves Ceci. She's fun. Terrified to play an orc in front of an actual orc. Honestly, yeah. I mean, if you get anything wrong, like, what's to stop them from just stabbing you? Like, you know what? You shamed me. You shamed my culture. Don't mock me. Love Ceci. Yeah. She's always a good time. Oh my gosh, you guys are doing so good in the fundraiser. I'm so excited. You guys are so generous and so awesome. I love you so much. I love that we can do good. His acting was great, but his accent was great, but his acting was killer. Yeah. Yeah, that audio is completely on his shoulders. Let's see. Okay, so we've got like a forced self-care kind of comfort thing with a fairly aggressive but caring creature of some type. We've got taking a trip together. Could be a meet cute, could be a established relationship. Got friends to lovers. That's always fun. And let's do like a discussion debate type thing. Like that can incorporate like dragon guarding a horde kind of thing, or stumbling upon somebody in the woods, whatever. Like there's a lot of explaining in some of these, like with the water nymph. You know, like you don't really understand what I am kind of thing, but that's okay. Little tidbits get dropped, little bits of information in the world building about how things work and how these characters exist and the things they care about and don't care about. Sissy has a day off and comes to drink with the listener. I mean, Sissy and the listener are a couple. Not in that last one, of course, but, you know, before that, they're a couple. And they do hang out. You know, they live together. They have their little cute moments. Enemies to lovers, but they remain enemies. Enemies to lovers to enemies again, because, oh my god, will you stop leaving your socks on the floor? I've had enough. Yeah. Sentient dice. Serial killer has arthritis. Oh, that just makes me sad for the serial killer. Like, they're just trying to do their job. This is their job. Aww. Zombie insulted by stereotypes. That reminds me a little bit of Vampire Remake getting pissed off about movies that have fang face. Because they just don't get it right. Like, there's actual vampires right there. Why are you not casting them? God. Playing the piano while the girlfriend is singing. I'm not singing, though. And you can't make me. You guys didn't hit that level yet. Says he did have a day off. Somewhere. I forget where. I mean, she's death. You can't really take a day off. Is Ceci still trying to kill us? In my head, she occasionally half-heartedly makes the attempt, but meh. Like, sure. Dry cleaner for supervillains and superheroes. They all just take their stuff back to Edna. She cleans it. While boss and police chief are married and they come home after a shootout they were both involved in. I've seen some like that. I've seen like superheroes and villains that are like secretly involved and they don't realize they're each the superhero and the villain. That's kind of that same vein. I've seen a few like that. TARDIS dice. No one understands us zombies. Aww. I'm sorry, zombie.
I'm sorry, it's okay.
Alright, how we doing? Ooh, 1337. Whoever did that is amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the funny number. Edna Mudd. End guest. Says he half-heartedly makes the attempt, but it works, and now she has to figure out how to undo it. I mean, God, that's tempting, but if I kill the listener, then you're not actually around to listen to anything that gets said, unless it's implied that you're sort of there in spirit. Because that's the other thing. I need to keep stuff in a way that the listener is hearing what's being said, otherwise it's not the listener. And I do fudge that a little bit sometimes. I do internal monologues every so often and whatnot, but I try to avoid doing that. I try to make sure that everything is in the moment. The listener is physically present to be hearing what is being said. The Army of the Dead. Yeah, the recruiting of the zombies. Yeah, that was fun. Are all the stories set in the same universe? Some of them are. I'll put it that way. Like, in my head, it's always been like Vampire Remade and the mermaid, the Sundari mermaid, and the water nymph. There's a few others that are all sort of the shapeshifter. They're all kind of in the same universe. The Kudere alien, I feel like she might be out on her own. The Kitsune, I feel like is a different universe because the way that this is not monsters living among us. This is the underground sort of monsters like you get in, you know, Supernatural and stuff like that. So the Kitsune is a separate universe. But for the ones that are just like regular fantasy creatures living in our modern times, those can pretty much all be in the same universe. That's doable. There's no reason why they can't. Put it that way. Top secret lore drops. I mean, I'm trickling out the lore as we go. You know, that's the fun of it. The world building being organic and no exposition dumps, if I can help it. So, I will say that if you remember, way back at the start of Vampire Roommate, there are actually 2 organizations mentioned. The Registry, of course, which does the enforcement stuff with the fantasy creatures, mostly paperwork and monitoring and things like that. There's also a governing body, though. And I will leave it at that, as far as what's coming. Okay. Elite money, exactly. The police chief and mob boss both know what the other does for a living. God. That sounds like it'd be fun for like a day and then they'd be like, all right, for real, stop it. Just leave me alone. Let me do my job. How much to make me sing? I mean, the stretch goal for that is $5,000. We are not there yet and probably will not get there. That's the point. I don't sing. Spirit listener haunts their killer. If you like haunting, Monday's collab will probably entertain you. Definitely need an audio of me singing. Okay, you got some singing in the baby lullaby one. I sang in that one. I realized it wasn't like top of my lungs, played the back row singing, but the Urban Nymph Auditory Universe. Yeah, that's actually what the Discord calls it. They do call it that, or the Urban Nymph Extended Universe. Yeah, Werewolf Boyfriend is friends with Vampire Roommate and the listener, yeah. That's established. There's a crossover there, which I have to be very careful about because I don't tend to voice 2 characters in the same universe where they touch. So they have to not be in the same room with each other. Otherwise it gets hairy. And I generally don't like to voice 2 characters in the same universe full stop. Like I've had requests for people wanting me to play a Registry character, and I just can't because Vampire Roommate already exists in that universe. And she deals with the Registry all the time. And I don't want to flip to the other side of the table and really confuse people. Be like, yeah, it sounds like her, but it's not. It's a Registry agent. Yeah. So definitely need more songs. No, you do not. Kitsune ends with the veil being broken. Oh, I've got plans for the Kitsune. You just wait on that. But we love your singing voice. How dare you? You like? I don't sing. Guys, I seriously don't sing. That's why it's a stretch goal. That's why it's not real. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Humming. Honestly, go to the baby audio. I sing in that. I sing a whole lullaby. I sing the same lullaby my dad used to sing to me when I was a baby. It's all there. You don't need me to sing. Sentient painting judges your life choice. Honestly, I almost did something like that. I was this close to doing that, and I was having a hard time coming up with a way to make it work in a dynamic that would suit what I was trying to do. But you guys have really cool ideas, though. I love picking other people's brains, especially people that I don't usually pick the brains of, and getting ideas, because you guys come up with some really, really cool shit. I like it. Yeah, Vampire Roommate's very us against the world. Exactly. Which is kind of how I see things when I'm in a relationship. Like, my partner and I may not always be in the same room. We may not always be, near each other. But as long as we check in and stand back to back if we have to. I guess that's what I'm getting at. It's yeah, it's a vibe. You look after each other. Thank you for the super chat. You voice 2 characters in the same scene. They fuse and melt. Oh my god, that'd be so confusing. Jesus. Our identical twin, long thought dead. Dun dun dun. What is this? Fast and Furious movies? We're bringing back like family members nobody knew existed. That sounds fun. Plans with a capital P. You'll see. We went to the baby audio, now we want more. Y'all love Walmart, like a lot. Medic loses their medical license? Well, that just sounds sad. Ghost is in love with an exorcist. Ooh, that could not end well. Even a little bit. When you say the haunted house, do you mean the one where the house itself is sort of alive and there's that undead chick living in it who makes brownies? Is that the haunted house you're getting at? Because I like her. She's very perky. Just because you're undead doesn't mean you're not enjoying yourself. You know, you're not cheerful. Why does every story make the undead some sort of depressing, like they hate everything ever and they just want to destroy it all? No. Brownies. There's brownies to be had. A vampire collaboration? See, I've always expected that if I tried to bring another voice into the Vampire Roommates series, I would get crucified. Because I feel like that's one series I just don't touch. I don't end it. I don't add anybody to it. I keep it going as you guys like it, I guess, and have the adventures continue with those two. Most of the others I would be okay with probably peppering in different voices another time, but I don't know, that series doesn't feel like it would be well received, I suppose. The medic, but I gotcha. Team Fortress 2. Meeting the yodeling Walmart kid. Ghosts can't eat brunch. She's not a ghost. She's undead. Dead but not. Being kept alive by a house that breathes. And then the question is, does it mean you any harm? Does she mean you any harm? Does she even know what's going on? She just likes to bake brownies and make friends. But yeah, she's not a ghost. That's what's fun about her. Again, I just like taking things and kind of twisting them. Sort of like the drunk confession that's not actually drunk. That was another one that I was like, oh, drunk confessions, those are so popular, people like those. I'm gonna do my own. Ha ha ha, you're not really drunk. Yeah, Vampire Roommate is my baby. I mean, like I said, she's the most like me. We've gone through so much with these two. We're like, what, 25 episodes in or something now? Like, it's a lot. It's 5 or 6 hours of watch time now to do the whole Vampire Roommate series. And they have been around the block. They've done so much. Vampire Roommate is better than Netflix. That is a stretch. Floridian surfer girl teaches Minnesota farm person how to surf. I don't know how to surf. I've got friends who surf. But again, that would be something that, I mean, and you guys know I have a thing about details. I have a thing about research. If I'm going to do an audio about literally anything, I will either draw from something that I know really well so I can do that, or I will do a butt ton of research to get prepared for it so that I sound like I know what I'm talking about, because it really doesn't take much to piss off people who do know what that's about if you get it wrong. You know, and I don't want to offend anybody. Like, if somebody's livelihood is beet farming, you know, and I do an audio about beet farming, I don't want to screw it up. I don't want them to be like, oh gosh, she got that so wrong. She knows nothing about beet farming. Like, no, I want to get it as right as I can get it. And that's triple true when it comes to things like existing mythologies, which is why I don't do a lot of those, because the Helen of Troy series whipped my ass hard with all the research. And that's, I mean, I was already a Greek mythology brat when I was a kid, but having to go back through all of it and all of the research for that series. And again, the patrons know, the ones that were around when I was doing that series, I think they lived in fear of me coming into the Discord and pitching a massive hissy fit every time I was working on one of the Helens, because I was in such a foul mood. I would come screaming in there like, I hate this series, I hate all this research, I hate everybody, how are you guys today? And they'd be like, okay, have some Diet Coke, they're there. Yeah. You were shook when I said I wasn't drunk. Yeah, that's the fun. That's my second most popular. The not drunk confession is my second most popular audio. And I love the comments on that one, because 9 out of 10 of them are this visceral reaction that people had. And some of them are not pleased with it. Some of them are pissed. Like, I'd be so mad if somebody did this to me. And that's fair. I get that. There's an element of deception there. But, yeah, no, I like it a lot. The only one that's more popular than that is the first Vampire Roommate audio. You're the devil and I'm the girlfriend. Who says I want to date the devil? I mean, come on. Doesn't sound fun. I have never read the series The Uninteresting Adventures of Fred the Vampire Accountant, but it sounds like it's right up my alley. We're up to 25 now on Vampire Roommate, okay. The ironic thing about the drunk confession, you haven't actually watched it, Robbie? I mean, now that you know it's not real. It's fine. Ghost haunting your house is just the spouse in the other room. That's fair. The reason my donation wins prize, could you pass it off to someone that's here? Well, I'm not gonna draw the prizes now. Tiltify is keeping a record of the donations and stuff. So at least I think it is. Let me refresh the page. It should be. Why is it in slow mode? Take it out of slow mode. Yeah, there we go. I got him. So as that happens, as we get to the end, because I want to let this campaign run its course, you know, for the duration of the stream. I don't want to have to cut the campaign off while we're live. Oh, we're at 1,462, you guys. Oh my god. This is amazing. So yeah, I'll contact people after the fact, because Tiltify keeps that record. Even if you go in as anonymous, I should still be able to access an email address, I think, something like that. Because it's all being handled through Tiltify, so they have those records. And that's how I did it last time, so it should work. Why am I hearing fireworks? Are there fireworks going off? There are! Guys, there's fireworks going off. What the hell? Why? Why are there fireworks going off outside of my flat? This just happened in London the other day too. Random fireworks in someone's backyard. That's so strange. Oh, they're so pretty. And I realize you guys can't see any of this, but it's really pretty. Anyway, okay, where was I? We're binging Vampire Roommate at 2 a.m. Oh wow, that's a fun time to do it. Just insult the Amish, they'll never know. If they go on the Rumspringa, they'll know, and then I'll be in trouble. Might visit the Twitch, I have to go now. Bye guys, bye! Diet Coke talk. Okay, Diet Coke is my jam. You can't call me out for that. I date the devil, he has a great accent. Oh, it would have to be a different devil. It wouldn't be Lupus's devil. God, at that point, if Lupus and I are both playing those characters and we're dating in the audio, then the listener doesn't even exist in that universe. That's a radio show at that point. Oh my god, they're still going. I genuinely want to know what's going on. Is it a holiday here, you guys? Hey, Brits, is it a holiday here right now? Something I don't know about, or is this just some random ass, like someone's birthday and they're having fireworks for it? It's crazy. You guys can probably almost hear the popping. It's pretty loud. It's not the celebration. Rural has arrived, you guys. He's a firework abolitionist. Is it legal? I don't know how legal it is. I know apparently it's fairly easy to just buy them and set them off. The friend whose flat I was at last weekend said that 2 or 3 times a year that'll happen. People will just set off a bunch of fireworks in their backyard, like a block or 2 away. And it's just a thing. Like, they're still going. Rural? I know you're across town, but can you hear this? I hope not. Oh man, they're still going. Okay. They must be really excited about this charity. Yeah, let's say that. Ascension Firework doesn't want to launch. See, you guys are so clever. This is random Saturday fireworks. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Brit. Birthday thing, yeah. You pay good money for a podcast? I mean, whoever's birthday this is, they're putting a lot of money into this fireworks show because it is continuing. This is like Disney levels. You can hear something. I can literally see it out my window. Like, I'll take a picture and send it to you. Oh, wait, it might be done. Of course it'd be done now. What was I looking at? I was looking at my phone the other day, scrolling through pictures to show one of my friends, and he saw that I had a bunch of firework pictures on there, and he was like, who takes pictures of fireworks? Do you ever look at those? And I was like, yes, sometimes. Anyway. Football celebration? Okay, maybe. I think it's done. I don't see anything else shooting off, so I think we're done with the fireworks show. It's good. The delay is way different than yeah, there's a significant delay on the chat here compared to Twitch. Twitch is pretty quick. Just hope it's not a gender reveal. Alright, so how are we on Tiltify? 1472, guys! You guys are so amazing! We are $28 away from me doing that voice again. No! Feast of Lord Saint Otter on Elephant at Castle Circus of Her Majesty. I mean, that I would absolutely believe that's a thing here. Holy shit. No one looks back at the thousands of screenshots they take either. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Half my phone pictures are like my pets. The other half are flowers and sunsets and stuff. If that was on the west coast of the US, there would be no west coast of the US. Huh. Okay, all right, well, I think we've got some good stuff for the poll here. So what I'll do is when we wrap the stream, I'll unlock the bartender audio, and then I will also go and set up the polls for this so we can decide which characters, which settings, and which styles we are going to do for this audio, and then I will make it. It'll be a thing that I make for you. You're welcome. You guys remember, I don't know, some of you were probably not here for this, but the house dragon actually came about because of one of these live streams. We were talking about random shit, and people asked me about pets I think I wanted to have, and I said I didn't want a dragon, but I wanted it to be the size of like a dog or a cat. And that just spiraled into a big discussion in chat about having a house dragon, and that's where that audio came from. So sometimes you guys in chat give me some of the best ideas and are the most creative. It's pretty awesome. Sentient Bow. Yeah, Sentient Bow was another one that that was an Olympian script, and the Olympian in question is still carrying that one forward. That's Panthus's script. So he came up with that character, that idea, so I've been writing those as he wants to pursue them. And because that one I feel less confident taking the idea and running with it because he's got ideas that he wants to do. So as he's comfortable with it, that story will continue. Yes. Part 2 of the House Dragon? Probably not, because Ember was, I mean, it was just kind of a one-off cute thing for the chat. But also, like, I just liked, again, as a standalone, I just liked the concept of, oh shit, I gotta go somewhere, I need somebody to come take care of the House Dragon. Real quick, here's all the stuff he needs. Okay, bye, like, call me if you need me. And, because everybody's been in that position where you've got, like, oh, I got an emergency, so I need somebody to take care of my dog, or I need somebody to take care, you know, whatever. And you're kind of harried and you're rushed and you're stressed, and it's like, okay, let me show you where the food is, let me show you where this is. Okay, I gotta go. And only it's just a dragon doing it. And yeah, I don't really necessarily think that needs to go anywhere else. Like, that's just, I think it's implied. I think there's other audios I mentioned house dragon, like the witch wife mentions the house dragon. So they exist. They're still a thing. But, oh, are we at the 1500? Oh no. All right, I guess we're going back to the voice. 1563. Wow. It could be seen, but maybe not, but maybe it is. You guys crack me up so hard. I love you guys so much. All right, well, we're at 1563. I guess I'll do the Annie voice for a bit longer. If there are things you want me to say, now's your chance.
We're going hard again. Ready? Let's do it. I'm gonna wait patiently.
Welcome back to
She's back. I assume you guys wanted this. I assume you guys want all of this all the time. Robot Miner's got a ton of ideas tonight. Long live the king. Oh my god, you guys, this voice, I swear. Ugh, I need some chapstick. No. Thank you, Fane. Oh, hold on, I'm popping my back. Can you get a goober ready? So Jamaican is a clip goober, so happy clip goober fireworks day here in the UK, because you're here too, and I don't know why we're doing that, but yay! Goober. The B-movie intro. You like jazz. My name is Annie. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Inconceivable. I'm not speaking like a child. Okay, I'm speaking like a childish. It's kind of, I'm not entirely sure she's a child. It's just weird. I know Pepper's not a child. Childlike. Zombie. Zombie, you want your good night goober? Okay. Good night, Zombie. You're such a goober. We represent the lollipop kill, the lollipop kill, the lollipop kill. And in the name of the lollipop kill, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land. Actually, wasn't it the Lullaby League or something that was the girls? Would you like to talk about our Lord and Savior Shrek? I have done nothing but teleport bread for 3 days. rules. I have money. You guys are coming up with interesting things. I'm a little concerned. Also, I forgot to see what time it was when I started this. If there's something you want me to say, maybe put it in quotes, that way I know for sure. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. Yeah, either put it in quotes or like put say in front of it so I know. The pious curse me as I strike them down. The virtuous shudder as I slay their wives and consume their children. Yes, the voice time. Ooh, I like this song. It's a bop. Woo! Yay! Blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull throne. Do you get to the Cloud District very often? That gives me vibes from the vendor. This is a bucket. Hippity hoppity, better bring that bread or lose the property. Lollipop Guild did not count as a song. I'm doing a voice right now. Sit, puppy, you've been a bad dog. I never forget a face, but in your case, I'll be glad to make an exception. Bonk. This is my swamp now. Goober came from just... It was just one of his silly nicknames, one of many silly nicknames I used for my friends and stuff growing up, and I thought it was cute, and it's, you know, it can be a term of endearment, but it could also be just a fun thing to say to friends. So, I like it. It's cute and harmless. People don't take offense. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? We've been trying to reach you regarding the extended warranty on your vehicle. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, sir. I'm turbo super cool. Hey, mister, do you have any snoots for boopin'? A or ah? You really don't like this voice? You and me both. Eyes up, Guardians. Hold on, it's going too fast again. I am Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite stream on the extranet. Quest, I'm already in a quest. I've seen many things, but this, what even is this? Bonks? You want more bonks? This would be easier if blood came in more colors. Okay, the snake's on a plain one. It's funnier if we do the TV edit. So, I'm tired of these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane. If I had a sister, I'd sell her in a second. I can't say the Welsh town. I can't do that one. Boop the snoot. It's over, Goober. I have the high ground. Boy! Psst. Hey, I know who you are. Hey, I'll say this. Okay, if I can't pronounce it, I can't do it, you guys. It's hard enough to talk like this. Magnets, bro, how do they even work? Outside of a dog, book is man's best friend. Inside of a dog is too dark to read. I'm not emergency food. No lollygagging. I did the woodchuck one. We're not in Kansas anymore. You guys. I really hope you're enjoying this. A lot. Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry. Your tongue twisters are no match for me. Oh Lord, can I get an amen? Hi, I'm Timmy, and this is me friend Timmy. Is Timmy going to college? Klaatu barada nikto. Yeah, it's kind of Paimonish, I guess. You only get one chance here. You win, you get redeployment. You lose, you're done. Uncle Ted, Uncle Ted! Darkness imprisoning me. These guts look delicious. If God wanted you to live, he would not have created me. I'm not a man, I'm a weapon in human form. Hello, I'm Lisa Simpson, I play the saxophone. Not really a Lisa Simpson voice, is it? I don't even know. That's weird. Anyway. How long have we been doing this? Wow, a while. Boston Terrier. I look at you, my pretty, and your little dog too. Haha, evil laugh. I know what you want and I'm not doing it. This is love, shocker, turf, chess, ball? Okay. I absolutely love this voice. I'm gonna keep using it for the next hour. It's cute that you think that. Who is but the form following the function of what? We live in a society. Guts, huge guts. Burn the hot dogs, ah ha 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 ha. Return to monkey. Oh God. Not happening, VOD. Nice try. End of passion play, crumbling away. I'm your source of self-destruction. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. What is happening? The chat donated enough money to make me do this. So I'm doing it. I'm gonna start being particular about what I say. See, you guys are trying to game the system. I'm not on board with it. Avengers Assemble. I'll say that one. Monkey. I think it's in the name of the moon, I shall punish you. You're pretty close though. Okay, I like this one. Thank you for flying Christian Airlines. In the event of an emergency, suck on a Capri Sun and know that this is God's plan. Oh. I'm not singing. Stop trying to make me do that. That's rough, buddy. Remember to sub to my channel for more awesome streams, yo! Actually, follow me on Twitch if you want streams. I do it twice a week at least. Sunday nights and Thursday nights. Well, nighttime for me. Afternoon for America. And I play stupid games and I play them very badly and I talk. Not like this. But yeah, follow me on Twitch. It's way funner over there. Democracy is non-negotiable. Welcome to the Gulag. If you survive, you get your freedom. Demacia! Look over there, a burning fluffy hat. Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032. Ooh, I'll do this one. Set a course for Starbase 15, Warp 9. Engage! Also make it so. perish. Can I say V's poem? I don't know it. I say we take off and nuke the entire site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Muffed, I swear to God, I'm not gonna sing. This is like the ooh voice, but worse. And I hate the ooh voice. I think I'm gonna stop now. I think it's been at least 10 minutes. I think we're done here with this voice. A full audio of this voice? There's 2 of them. Yandere Imaginary Friend and Yandere Imaginary Friend Part 2. This is Pepper's voice. So they already exist. You don't even have to pay me for it. Oh my God, you guys. I think I stopped.
Yeah, I'm stopping. And that's why I don't do that voice very often. It's just, it's a whole thing. No, I'm not doing the ooh voice. No. That one just, ugh. I don't know what it is about the ooh voice, but it just bugs the shit out of me. Oh, you guys. Alright, what are we at on the donations? $15.78. Ooh, guys! We're more than 50% above the goal. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, this makes me so happy. I'm so glad this has been a success. Hope my cheeks, and of course my cheeks are hurting. If you donate another 1,000, you get another 10 minutes. Sure, but the odds of that are pretty unlikely, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's not gonna happen. Again, my vocal cords are fine. They have nothing at all to do with that. That voice is entirely in my cheeks. Yeah, those are not, I don't like those audios very much because I don't like that voice and I don't like the yandere thing at all, but I thought it was a clever concept. Like a really aggressive imaginary friend. Again, I think that was an October thing. When I first started the channel on September 30th of 2019, the entire first month of the channel was October, so I went kind of hard into the weird ass shit. You know, trying to be spoopy, trying to be different, trying different voices, things like that, and then I settled into my wholesome vibe of generally not using weird voices, occasionally accents. My hardest southern accent is the Sugar Plum Fairy. That's when I really turn on the southern accent. Because when I was little, I lived in Pensacola when my dad was in the Navy, and I learned to speak with a southern accent, which then had to be taken out of me when we moved out of Florida the first time. So, yeah, if I spend too much time in that part of the world, I lapse back into it pretty easily. My voice is just amazing. Thank you. It's very sweet of you. For someone to give me a cheek massage. I live alone, so that would be real weird if somebody showed up here and started massaging my cheeks. Yeah, no. The queen of fun. Ugh, yes. That's me. I'm the funnest. My favorite audio that I've done. I mean, as far as how they turned out, like I said, I really like the Alien series. I love that story as a whole. I love the ending. And I love the drunk confession, of course, because I love people's reactions to it. And I've said this before, but I've never been drunk in my life. I don't actually know what that feels like, but I've been around drunk people, so I was pretty confident I could do that one. And I love poking people. I love twists that people don't see coming. It's one of my favorite things in the whole world. So those I like very much. Trying to think of what else. I mean, some of them kind of, I've done, like I said, over 350 audios at this point, so sometimes they kind of run together a little bit in my mind. Like I've done one-off friends to lovers that I almost don't remember. You know, like I liked them at the time, but I almost don't remember what they were about now. Trying trying to think if there's any others that I was really tickled with. Not necessarily entire audios, little pieces of them here and there. Like I said, I really like the collabs. I'm super proud of those. Mostly because I'm always super proud of how the other actors do. And I'm just blown away by the talent that I get to work with. You know, like I'm so impressed every day with the people that I get to work with, either on my channel or theirs. It's amazing how good everybody is at this. And most of them effortlessly so. And I'm so grateful that I get to work with people that are that cool and that professional and that talented all the time. And then, other than that, I mean, as far as things that jump out at me, not really. I mean, what are your favorite audios? Do you guys have favorites? I love the mystery cheek masseur. Zombie, that is not happening. And I know which of you guys live here in the UK. I know which of you guys are here. I'll keep a lookout for you. The comments spoil the twist. Why would you read the comments before you listen to the audio? Like, that's just crazy. Vampire Roommate and Tsundere NPC. Yeah, I actually love the Tsundere NPC. She's amazing. I'm probably going to do an NSFW with her next. Probably. Because I enjoy her so much. She's fun. I love the snark. Face reveal when. Ha ha ha, you guys are funny. The Lamias? Yeah, okay. The Merchant's back. Yes, the 45-minute cutscene. Yeah. It's important that you don't skip those. Stuck in a Blizzard was really cool. Yeah, the Blizzard one. And again, that was one that I did not intend, and most of you have heard this story, but I'll tell it anyway. I did not intend for the Blizzard audio to have a sequel. I wanted it to end with nobody really knowing for sure what happened to those two. That they were trapped in the shack, there's a blizzard, they're passing out from the cold. Did they get saved? Did they not get saved? That's up to you. That's up to the listener. I didn't really care. I thought it was kind of fun to leave it open. But so many people wanted a part 2 in the comments. And it was like, well, the only way to do a part 2 is if they live, because otherwise part 2 is their funeral, and that's super sad. And I was already working on a script for a coma audio, so I just made that the next part of that one. So that's where that came from. Vampire Roommate, Ceci, Kudere Alien. I do love Kudere Alien. The Pet Dragon, yeah. The Kind Soul, yeah, that's a fun one. Voice reveal, oh my god. I can't reveal my voice. Why would I do such a thing? Yeah, the fantasy stuff is fun. I enjoy the fantasy stuff a lot. The myth alignments, I like the myth alignments because they kind of keep me on track. I just liked the idea of having these little like bite-sized, short, very comforting, very encouraging, very positive audios once a week to sort of like make your weekend a little brighter. And I especially like them because they keep me from getting too carried away with the fantasy stuff. Like I love the fantasy stuff, I love the storytelling, but I don't ever want to forget to make sure that at least once a week I'm telling you something good about yourself, or I'm reminding you of something important about you, or, you know, why you're worthy of love and care and support. Because of course you are. And the myth alignments make sure that I never miss that opportunity. And the flip side of those, though, is that sometimes it's kind of hard to come up with what to do, because I've done so many. I've done dozens and dozens and dozens of myth alignments now, you guys, for just about anything, like injuries, illnesses, anxiety, nightmares, down days, struggling on all kinds of different fronts. And sometimes, you know, they're comfort for something you're struggling with. Sometimes they're just positivity, like, I love this about you, I love that about you. Just a little pick-me-up, a little compliment. And sometimes it's hard to come up with a new one to do. Like, that's one of the ones I have to pick my friends' brains about the most. is to be like, hey, what are you struggling with this week, or what's bothering you, or what do you wish somebody would say? And they always come up with great things that I would not have thought of, because I just, I've got my own perspective, and that's kind of it. So yeah, I'm so grateful to my friends for helping me get over those little humps of trying to figure out what to do Myth Alignment's about. Post-apocalyptic scavenger, that's a fun one. I like her a lot too. Witch Wife was fun. Witch Wife was a little bit different vibe for the channel, but yeah, I enjoy her, and she was the second NSFW audio that I did on Patreon, was the Witch Wife, because I figured she lent herself so well to that, and I think it turned out pretty well. The demon taking the kind person's soul, yeah, I like that one too. If I could have any superpower, what would it be? I don't know. I mean, I've always kind of wanted to fly, of course. Who doesn't? Being able to turn invisible would be really cool. Being able to pass through. When I was a kid, like, my favorite X-Men were Kitty Pryde and Nightcrawler. So I seem to like movement, like line of sight teleportation or passing through solid matter. Either of those is appealing as hell. You can't pick a favorite. Aww. Tons of insecurities left if I need a hand. Thank you. Less compliments, more Scooby-Doo mysteries. I do both. I have a balance here. The water nymph. Yeah, I like the water nymph too. I liked her confidence. She was kind of fun to write. The murder mystery game, that was another of last October's. The October ones I tend to get kind of dark, in a good way, I hope. And I will kill either the listener or myself, or both, as many times as I feel necessary. If I could bring one of my characters to life, who would it be? Oh. By bringing them to life, do you mean that the world building comes with them? Like, if I bring the vampire roommate to life, does that mean the registry becomes a thing and other things exist in that universe too? Like, basically just transfer over to that universe? Is that what we're talking about? Because that would be interesting and complicated. Oh my gosh, guys, we're almost at $1,600. That's so cool. I'm so tickled right now. I mean, what about you guys? Like, what character would you want to see exist? Would you want the alien, the Kudere alien, to be real? Would you want the mermaid to be real? I like the mermaid, although she's got some baggage. She's kind of angry at life and everybody. I like the Kudere alien, but the way it was left, her existence is, yeah, I can't really say much more about that. Funniest thing was happening a few weeks ago. I finished a few year series, and every time I did, you posted a new episode. Weird how that works. Bye. Cat, dog, or other nondescript animal. To have as a pet or to be? Bring vampire to life so I can be vampire. Oh goodness. I just got hit by a yawn. Do I have a favorite show or movie? I have some. My favorite TV show is The Good Place. I also really like Pose. I really like Community. I really like, God, what else do I watch? I've liked all of the Marvel series on Disney Plus. You know, the WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier and all that. Those are all entertaining. Movie-wise, I was just having this conversation with a friend the other night. Like, what are your top 5, like, desert island movies? And I picked, I think, Princess Bride, of course, Midnight in Paris, Star Trek First Contact. I don't think I finished my list. Oh, the animated Beauty and the Beast, not the live action one. What's one more? Maybe like one of the Bourne films, or Baby Driver. Maybe Baby Driver. Yeah. Yeah. Listener Angel has to become real, I know, right? Like, that would be a whole can of worms. Flirting at the Game Store, yeah, that was another Olympian script that I wrote based on an idea that they brought to me. The shapeshifter being real, that would be kind of fun. Yeah. Meeting Quinn would be cool. Yeah. It'd be interesting to see where that would go. Blasts of righteous fire. I feel like that could be misused in really easy ways. Time traveler saves somebody from 1900? Interesting. I have not watched Bates Motel. Yeah, First Contact is my favorite Trek movie from the pre-J.J. Abrams era because to me it was the one that felt the least like a glorified episode. Like, especially of the Next Generation cast. Like, the movies based on them felt like just sort of glorified episodes. But that one felt like a movie. It felt like a real movie, and it was so well done, and it scared the shit out of me, honestly. So yeah, I really, really liked that one. Shapeshifter, yeah. Swarm of bees are a single, it should be a single bee. Good night, good night. One of the Disney Fantasia movies, huh? Yeah, it could be. Is The Time Traveler going to be a series? Possibly. That was another one, I think it was an Olympian. 90% sure that was an Olympian script. So that'll kind of be up to the Olympian if they want to pursue it or if they're okay with me taking it. I've got ideas for where it could go if I'm allowed to run with it. But I don't like stepping on toes. Like, if somebody else has the idea, they come to me with the idea, or like I said, they're at the Olympian level and they want a certain story told. I generally don't like to co-opt that story unless I have permission. You know, this is why one of the reasons why I write all my own scripts, other than the fact that I'm just a writer and I like writing, is that I like to own what I have, what I'm using. Like, I like possessing it, I like creating it, I like having it be something that's mine. And when it's somebody else's idea, that's, you know, it's not just mine anymore. And the same goes for everything else on the channel. You know, the thumbnails, everything, all of the art is commissioned and paid for with commercial release so that I can use it. Like, I don't ever want to use anybody else's intellectual property ever without permission. And I also don't do audios based on existing characters like anime characters, My Hero Academia, you know, things like that. For that reason, that's not my property. Those are not my characters. I'm not going to tell their stories. I don't have any business telling their stories, so I tell my own. Where does the shapeshifter get/store the extra mass? Magic. That's the answer to everything. You thought I sounded like a cafe worker, a teacher, or a voice actor from a Final Fantasy game? Huh. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I get a lot that people, like, and this also actually goes for my face. People think they've seen me before, they think they've heard me before. I don't know what it is, but I can't explain it. But I'm familiar to people when we meet. And I'm okay with that. I think there's an element of comfort to that. Maybe we've met in a previous life, if you believe in that sort of thing. Okay, I think it's getting to be time to wrap. We've been at this almost 3 hours. So, and at this point we've got $1,598.37. Wow, God, you guys. And I should probably make a donation too, honestly, because I want to support it as well. This isn't just, you know, this isn't my... I'm not raising funds for me, I'm raising funds for this cool organization, so. A video series with a listener as a Neko? No, I hadn't planned on it, but I can certainly take it under advisement. Your surgery was successful, friends to lovers. Honestly, though, you guys have given me some great ideas tonight. And I gotta release that audio, the special audio, The Bartender Part 2, so get ready for that. It'll be out here in a minute. And I will put the polls up on Twitter so we can continue building out the script that you guys have started. and then I will take it and run with it. Strangers to lovers. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here with me. I hope you had a good time. I had a great time. I love hanging out and shooting the shit with you guys. I'll be on Twitch tomorrow night, as I usually am, probably around the same time, playing games, hanging out, making a fool of myself, talking to you. And then we'll continue doing this for the rest of time, if that's cool with you. So on that note, thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you for supporting the Malala Fund. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for 2 years of the wildest adventure. This has been more than I could possibly have imagined, and it would not be anything without you. None of this community would exist. None of the audios would exist. I would have quit this so quickly if you guys hadn't been there for me from day one. And I'm so, so, so grateful. And there's really not enough words for that, but I'll have to leave it at that. So with that, have a great rest of your Saturday, if that's what day it is where you are. And I will talk to you soon.